Inevitably, it always seems that the people who claim to have the most empathy are often the ones who seem to be filled with the most hate. Like, I've been called more insults and racial slurs by the people who claim to be, defending people like me than the people they tell me I should hate. So, some irony there. And it seems like the people who will always tell you that it's bad to celebrate if a company that has some questionable practices is going under, that you shouldn't be celebrating that because there's so many people who are losing their jobs or whatnot. It's like, well, if you have a bad product, you have a bad product. Which brings me to this article. G4 host Frosk posts tone-deaf meme celebrating her continued employment after network hit with massive layoffs. Regardless of what you think of Frosk, I don't think it's unfair to say that G4 going downhill is probably got something to do, or at least one of the reasons would be the rant that she went on, calling basically their viewers sexist and whatnot. My whole outlook on this thing is like, if your viewers are sexist, like those are the only ones that want to watch your show to begin with, then that's your audience and that's who's going to be making you money. If for some reason I had an audience of only white supremacists, I'm not going to go out insulting them. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take your money. The article reads, in a stunning display of tone deafness, particularly from someone whose actions ostensibly played a significant role in getting here, G4 host Indiana Frosk Black responded to the network's recently announced sweeping staff cuts by sharing a meme celebrating the fact that she herself did not face the chopping block. I think they got rid of like 20 to 30 people. I don't know how many people they hired to begin with, so I don't know how many that is. I'm gonna guess that's probably a huge chunk of them, because I don't imagine these shows would take that many people to put together. As per 3 sources familiar with the business, I really hate anytime an article does something like that, someone familiar with it, who spoke to Kotaku, at least somewhere between 20 to 30 members were laid off at G4 TV on September 14th. These staff cuts reportedly took the affected by complete surprise, with many even showing up to the set with the understanding that they would be working as normal, only to be met with the news and their respective programs had been canceled and one-on-one layoff discussions with the network's HR staff. Welcome to the cesspool, God. I really don't understand how in the world you even go about doing that. Just wait till they show up to work to tell them that they're fired. That's kind of a dick move. Though details regarding the exact extent of these layoffs are currently unclear, those who were let go are supposedly set to receive somewhere between 16 weeks and 6 months of severance based on their tenure with Comcast, G4's parent company. Okay, that's good at least. At least it's not just you're out high and dry. I mean, you're getting a little something. And they were probably being paid okay. I don't really know if G4 puts their money where their mouth is, as I imagine they can probably complain about that type of stuff in other places. According to said sources, the network has been in rough financial shape for quite some time, with managers having been saddled with the honor of looking for any and all ways the network could reduce their costs, including by letting go of staff. Let's just see what else we got here. These cuts come on the heels of network announcing a new slate of additional programming, including X-Play hosted the office-style parody of God of War titled God of Work. No, I just don't think that looks good. To the Sin, one insider spoke to Cock opined, I truly cannot imagine the company continuing to produce our slave content without the people we lost today. Yeah, they're probably going under. Let's see, staff were also said to have been working without a coherent sense of direction. A frustrating confusion was supposedly erupted from now former G4 president Russell Aarons, who herself abandoned ship earlier this year. Admitted that the network was facing financial hardship, and in an attempt to right the ship, set goals for the upcoming year, which were widely considered to be completely unfeasible. Yeah, if you just crap on your audience and start slinging insults at them, and one especially unfounded ones, then yeah, you're going to be having trouble. I'm really curious how long it takes places like G4 or even Disney to realize this. And here's the meme. Taking to Twitter the day after these cuts were divulged to the public, Frosk, whose infamous sexism and gaming rant will undoubtedly be cited as a major factor in the network's struggles, responded to the news by sharing a meme which featured a lizard with a crown, the deal with it glasses, a joint, and bold text reading "I survived" superimposed over its image. Let's play some games, Joe, Frosk added. I find the irony there is that she's the lizard, so she's calling herself a lizard, I guess. But as many would say, that's as the title of the article even says, that's pretty tone deaf to kind of be celebrating that all these layoffs that you likely had a hand in causing and that you didn't get fired. Like I said in the beginning, the type of people that would say you shouldn't celebrate a place closing down because a bunch of people who had nothing to do with what you didn't like probably lost their jobs and whatnot. It seems kind of hypocritical. Now, I'm not saying that Frosk has made such arguments, so I don't mean specifically hypocritical of her, but the type of people that would be supporting her, I guess, is what I mean. Let's read some of these comments and see what's going on. Funny how they didn't fire one of the people most responsible for the failure of their network. She does have female and alphabet privilege, so it makes sense. Frosk is the clearest example of toxoplasmosis, polycystic ovary syndrome induced lesbian that I've ever seen. I don't even know what that means. Or quite possibly the ugliest fake transgender ever come into life. I don't know anything about Frosk's sexuality, so that means nothing. Committed to life for now. All that can change. Hopefully she's fully vaxxed, double boosted. Like, okay, come on. Stuff like that doesn't do anything to help anybody. You don't need to be wishing death on anybody. And basically be better than Sessler is all I can say in that regard. I don't know if you've looked at his Twitter feed and whatnot. He seems so full of hate and anger most of the time when he's interacting with anybody that's outside of his bubble. I know narcissism is a huge deal these days, but the I Survived post really takes the cake. I'm glad I'm not a Frost fan, because that would be an absolute deal breaker for me if I was. Let's see. Every time I see a picture of that creature, so unpleasant, ad hominem. Come on. Actually, criticize what she said, don't criticize how she looks. Okay, a lot of these just seem to be ad hominem stuff, so it's not really... It's just piss poor arguments. You can do better. Hey. What we doing? Gaming, huh? Did you poop again? You coming in and tell me? Yeah, I see that smile. Yeah, let's go change that diaper. And this one says just hire Sarah Underwood already. I don't know who that is, so maybe I'll look her up. I guess that's really all I have to say about that. Like it says, that is just such a tone-deaf thing to do. I mean, from some of the stuff they put out, I got the feeling that they tried to say like they were a very close-knit production, so to just kind of be basking in the fact that people, I assume you would know, at least somewhat got fired and you didn't, that just... Oh god, it's such a dick move. That's all I got to say, and I don't make these videos very regularly, so I'll just see you whenever the next one comes out. You have a good day.